Okay, give me 1 second while I just get everything set up here. Bear with me. Alright, I should be streaming now. Anybody watching, you want to just let me know how my volume sounds. I'm going to turn on some music here. We'll check the voice to music ratio. Bear with me for 1 minute. How's everybody doing tonight? Music even playing? Sounds good. Okay, so my voice is louder than the music, but you can still hear the music. Check, check. Checkity, checkity. See what happens if I put up to 5. Is that too loud now? See how this does. So, cam aim is good. Hunched over drawing is going to be super boring from up there. I know, because I'm going to be drawing on the Wacom. Yeah, today I'm going to be digitally coloring. Woo! This guy. It's an old Intuos 2, baby. So today, we're going to be coloring page 10 of Pack. Let me just do a flip through of what we have so far. So here is page 1, page 2. I'm not going to hold this on very long, so, page 3. And this is a lot of like backstory. So this is the first issue, page 4, and it kind of jumps back and forth. So this is Patience and his pack stopping a mugging, and then it goes, the later that night kind of thing. And Patience starts talking about one of the dogs, Humility. And then it goes into flashback. This sepia kind of panels there, the flashback. That's telling Humility's backstory. Back to page 1. And then out of not yet lettered pages, we have page 9, which I did the last time I streamed Pack. I colored this, and the time before that I drew it, inked it. So now, this is what I'm up to with page 10. And I'll be coloring this tonight with my Wacom. Is the music volume okay? It's not too loud? Sounds fine. Okay, cool. Thanks. Alright, so moving right along, I guess I'm just gonna jump right in. First thing I need to do, get my character midtones happening. Got a little bit of a start on that. I'm gonna turn off the stroke for now. check the colors. So I'm going to be referring back to this previous page occasionally. And just, you know, grabbing colors, making sure that I'm staying consistent with everything I'm doing. I think we want to, on pencil, zoom in a bit. Shirt might be the same color. Check that. Yep, slightly darker. Cool. So what I'm doing now is separating the basic flat midtones. Call this flatting. Where did they come up with the name flatting? Because it's flat colors. Overly clever. Just kidding. It's pretty on the nose. Oh, I must be on Snap. I don't want to be on Snap. Mess up my whole mojo. So, for those of you that don't know, there is a free sample of pack available from Oneshi Press on our Patreon page. You do not have to be a patron subscriber to download the free sample. Anyone can. But if you want to get more beyond the free sample, then you have to be a subscriber. What I'll do here. tones of light gray and then start separating them out. Make it easier for me to see what I'm doing. El Jefe Todd. How's it going? Sorry, you can lurk if you want to lurk. Shh. Lurkers are welcome. I always appreciate when the view is from a logged in subscriber though, so at least it shows up as a view. Or, you know, whatever. A logged in user. Again, I'm just getting started here. Block out all my midtones. And then I'll start putting in separations for details. And once all that is in and everything has its base color down, flats, and I can go ahead and do my highlights and shadows and all that fun stuff. We save that for the end of the stream when everyone else has gone to sleep. Only the people still with me at the very end get to see the good stuff. Just kidding. Just tends to work out that way because that is pretty much the last step. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm being dumb. Okay. It's gonna be a lot easier. I'm gonna do this all in a big gray separation, and then select it, and then come at it with color. Oh no! Halfway left. And again, Drunkbot is often aptly named. The viewers list, it goes up and down, and sometimes people are still there even though they show up as not there, and sometimes people aren't there even though they show up as there. I think there's just a weird lag and a bunch of glitches. So I'm gonna just focus on art. Arting. Once I get all this just like outlined, then I can start putting in background colors, and we'll see, this whole process should pick up soon. A lot easier now that I'm familiar enough with my Wacom to use it for platting. In a minute, I will zoom out and show everyone what I've already got started. Lindsay says, I like that hat behind the paper. Thanks. Some style. What to do is that. Okay. Good. Yeah. Let's turn off the first. Rename card, what up, yo? How's it going, man? I'm flatting. Getting flatter with every stroke. Just a trigger man. What up, dude? Mountain time is 2 hours. Yeah, so mountain time is like just before Pacific. So Pacific time is a 3-hour difference. Mountain time is like that weird, rarely used time for all you coasters, coastal people. Like you never really have a need to use mountain time or central time, right? YouTube video. Oh man, I can't watch a YouTube video right now. I gotta make all these flats and stuff. So how's it going, Sugar Man? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll show you what I'm working on in just a second. Embarrassing but true, when I first moved here, it took me a little while to figure out that I was actually in mountain time. So where am I? What time zone is this? Still trying to figure out where I am. Just got back from 12-hour day, about to hook myself up to the back electrocutor. Nice. Figured I'd stop in. Right on. Is the back electrocutor something you can use while watching a stream, or will it like fry your computer? How much voltage does it put out? I have no idea. I'm sure it's like a really mild dose, right? Doesn't actually like zap you, it just kind of gets your muscles working to up like circulation, right? So, currently working on page 10 of pack. You can see page 9 of pack here. So I'm using this now for reference, just to make sure that page 10 is in the same universe as far as colors and all that are concerned. 30 amps, yeah. Yeah, I was kind of trying to... I wouldn't say make a joke, because that would imply that I think I'm funny, but I was just kidding around about shorting out your machinery. I'm just not very good at being funny. At least not on purpose. I'm good at being silly, though, for what it's worth. Yeah, so this is Final Fantasy VI, the grand finale, and Distant Worlds, and Koji Kondo, Legend of Zelda 25th. I just threw them all into a playlist. It's great fun. It's like comfort food for the ears. Ah. Okay, rename card, question for you, if you're still there. In Photoshop, if I want to select everything in a layer, like I just did, do you know of a better way other than doing, like, select all and then nudging the layer? The problem is, sometimes when I nudge a layer, you know, you hit, like, arrow key up, arrow key down to get it back where it was, and that registers your selection. But sometimes when I do that, you know, you run the risk of the layer not landing exactly back where it was supposed to be. It can be bad, okay? And if anybody feels like the music is like too loud to be able to like hear me well, feel free to let me know. I can adjust my all that stuff and things. Talk good. Talk real good. So Trig, you just sitting, relaxing, getting your back electrocuted while watching some artwork? Sounds like a pretty good night. Good plan. So this is Officer James MacHaggert, meeting up with Patience in a local Tarmucks. It's not really the best plan. This is kind of before anyone realizes that the vigilante dogs are such. At this point, it's just like, whoa, crazy, muggers being eaten by dogs, what's going on here? But James is kind of figuring it out, and he's struggling with what to do because, you know, he wants to be a good cop, and what does that, you know, what does that mean to him? Here's this guy who, like, is doing good things that he actually, at this point, he himself kind of can't do. You know, a lot of, like, internal politics with the... a lot of, you know, internal politics with the department and all that stuff, or, you know, he's often just finding himself frustrated at having his hands tied, and here's this vigilante who has no such, you know, channels to answer to. So, I think, you know, it's clear at this point that James is like, I might have to arrest this guy, but at the same time, he's like, I kind of love this guy. Oh god, what do I do? You know, I'm kind of wrestling at you know, wrestling with what level to go into, you know, more volatile current topics like, you know, Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, that kind of thing. Trying to steer a little clear without completely just copping out. You know, it's a tricky thing to navigate. I guess that whole ramble was a little non sequitur. Take in some dog maulings and chill. Yeah. Like a villain. Netflix and chill. Dog maulings and chill. Have I lost her name card? Chocobo time. Oh, I still have a sliver of a selection over here. Strange. Go away. I did not like you. Did not like you before. I do not like you now. So Triggerman wants to know, oh, he didn't realize the officer was black until now. A lot of black cops in the 72nd, 76 tend to be culturally very religious. Does that play into the character at all? Is this outside of the scope of the stream? Well, no, it's not that far outside of the scope of the stream. I mean, considering there's like only a few people here right now. I think, actually, he's not black. This is just the bass midtones. You'll see if I turn on the highlights. Oh, it's actually the highlights are what brings down the color. So I'm just putting in like the darkest midtones now. There'll be a highlight layer over this. He is, you know, he might be slightly mixed, but for sure he's, I guess he's Irish American. Primarily. You might have a few other things in there. I haven't really thought about that much. I do imagine him having something of a religious background, but probably not like devout. If anything, more like incidental to him. If anyone's wondering what we're talking about, Triggerman is one of our writers on Children of Gaia for Oneshi Press, and Hack is one of our Oneshi Press projects. So Triggerman is fairly well acquainted with it and has been, you know, part of the developmental process, giving us his feedback and all that along the way. Yeah, see, using nudge, man. It didn't used to be like this, but now I feel like it makes all of my flats, like, unaligned. Anyway, sorry. Nudge is like the jerk way of doing it, and I'm a jerk. I really need this song to play when I walk in the room. Just once in my life. Don't we all? Fictionalized BP PD as opposed to NYPD. I felt like that decision just made it, a little bit, gives it a little bit of a cover from not actually being about a real department with real people in it. It helps put the story in a little bit of an odd world setting, like not exactly Earth. Pretty much. What? Heck, did that get all sloppy? Friends. Yeah, I think it's the asking a lot of questions part that a lot of people just don't necessarily do, you know? With friends and whatever, like, amazing how many people don't know crap about what I do that I'm, like, really good friends with, and vice versa. Asking a lot of questions is, like, it's pretty awesome. Good skill. Life skill. So I've been on my computer working all day. Doing a little bit of web design. Just, you know, messing with online programs, trying to get everything to work the way it's supposed to, etc., etc. So my eyes might be a bit fatigued, my back might be a bit cramped, and in general, I might just, you know, hands might be a little cramped. I might need to take a few more breaks than normal tonight. Maybe not. I'm gonna try not to, but sometimes I just really need, like, physically need to step away and just stretch and walk around the building real quick and come back, you know. Got a bad case of millennial back. I don't know, am I a millennial? I don't even know. I've got that thing that everyone in our generation dies of. Not dies of, just gets fucking crippled from. Computer backitis. Alright, I'm just being dramatic. Fuck. Continuity is key. Can't have his pen be a different color from one page to the next. You know when the music gets like this, shit's getting real. There's definitely some enemy that you have to like use its own weapon against because none of your weapons are powerful enough. Like you gotta throw its bomb back at it. Oh, okay, not like this. The last music, specifically. Make them flats! For a name card, help! Trying to figure out how to get a layer selected, like everything in that layer, without using nudge on a select all. Sometimes it nudges my layer out of whack. Then my flats are all messed up. Like watch, Control D. Okay, so I'm selected on nothing, blah blah blah. Now I want to have this whole layer selected. So normally what I do is Control A for select all, B for move, and then I just press arrow key up once, and then arrow key down to get it back into place. So it gives me a clean selection of everything in that layer. But sometimes, when you're pressing like arrow key up, arrow key down, one of them takes and the other one doesn't. You don't know, it might just move it down one notch. And then the next time you do that, it might move it down one more notch. And then before you know it, your whole layer is just like in the wrong spot, and certain things are just not colored in right, things aren't lining up, and it's crazy. Is that what you do? You just deal with it? Do you have like a secret? I know you have a secret. You always have secrets. Tricks and shit. You always got them tricks. Where'd you get all them tricks? You always shift click multiple layers and then move. To make selections? What do you mean? What? Ah. My day, it was all right. You know, a lot of work to do. Working on a website for a client. I think I reached the halfway mark at 100 hours. 103 hours. So that felt like an accomplishment. So the rest of that job is kind of laid out for me. You know, like I have a pretty good idea of what's left for me on it. It's still, you know, no matter what, something like that, a long-term, complicated gig that's like temporary but long-term, will always kind of just leave you feeling a little like pulling your hair out, you know? Even when it's good, like, it's still just stressful. But it's good. I made some progress today. Snap. And I realized when I was clocked out from that for the day and I was about to start my stream, I was like, oh man, I still have like 45 minutes left until my stream. Let me work a little bit on this photo manipulation that I'm working on. So I started that, and then like I looked up, I swear, like 5 minutes later, and it was 5:25, and I was like, oh, I have to stream in 5 minutes. How the heck did that happen? I had to like rush out of that. Start this. So I've basically just been like working since I woke up, pretty much. That's okay. Oh, I'm a little woozy. Should I do the white eye? More visible. Visible. So that crown I made, you really liked it? Cool, thanks. Talking about the one in the with the green wig on the costume that I'm working on now? Oh, I'm working on the photo manipulation now. I already did the costume in the photo shoot. I think if what I'm thinking is what you're talking about. Pretty sure. Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks, man. That one's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with that manipulation as well. It's basically she's a scout and from this tribe that's like pretty much mercenaries about scouting. Like they get hired at, from other tribes and nations to do scouting missions. So a lot of fun. She's just badass, and you're just gonna have all kinds of like little like jewelry and knickknacks and things that like someone who's nomadic and on the move couldn't possibly have made. Like clearly you would need a foundry and things like that to make her stuff. But the whole point is like they get paid by other nations, so like part of the deal is a lot of their tools and finery and weapons, etc., come from people that they did jobs for. So like she'll have like little like metal stuff on her costume here and there. Like she's got chainmail on her shoulder, which I actually made chainmail. That was fun. Actually, Lindsay, are you still there? Can you post a link to the costume? I think I have it on Facebook. In the chat. The Atharekan Scout. Can't hear me very well. Oh no. Should I be talking louder, or is it just like not gonna matter? Oh yeah, if anyone's wondering about the background, I'm going to show you that. It's actually from an illustration that I previously made. I just did some like random, where the heck did I put it? Cityscapes. Oh, I think I know where it is. So I have these random cityscapes that, just make good backgrounds for panels that I just need a good background. This is the one that's taking place. This is the background for across the street from the Tarmucks that James and Patience are meeting in the page I'm working on now. Weird upstairs noises. Well, I can't fix that. Sorry. Oh yeah, there's the link. So that's the link to the costume But I was started photo manipulating today and did a shoot with the model Jessie Smith on Friday. It went really, really well. She totally got into character and it was badass. And now I have all these great photos, so chose one from those great photos to put in a background and make it take place on Rendaria, Children of Gaia. Rendaria. What do you think about this guy with the hat? Does he want to be like incognito hat? Or does he want to be like fancy, like peacock hat? Thinking I'm gonna lean towards more like standard incognito hat. Which can still be fancy, but different kind of fence. Your fanciositynesses. Making flats, making flats. And frack. Now I'm kind of wondering if I should have made James black. Well, anyway, he's kind of based on someone that I actually knew, so I guess it would be a very different character if I made him a very different character. Hey, that almost goes without saying. Yes, because I am Captain Obvious. What color shirt do I give this dude? Let's try. Oh, not that. This might be one of Grandfather's men. That all of my foreground flats. No, I still gotta do the table and the newspaper. Damn it. Tarmucks. Okay. I think getting close. Okay, I'm going to step away for a moment, stretch a little bit, take a little walk around the apartment, get outside, walk around the building, come back, and then I will pick it up right where I left off. Give me like 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, y'all. Did you all leave? Did I lose you all? Left to go do better things. Like watch streamers who don't leave their stream mid-stream. Stream. Row. Alright, so I think I have all of my foreground mid-tones seem to be all in. Alright. Next step is getting the background mid-tones all in. I don't think I did anything fancy. Just a flat color mostly. So let's see. Oh yeah, can't really see what I'm doing with that border in the way. Probably should get that off. Adjustment layers. Texture. Okay. Actually, let's do this. I did the wrong thing! Ah! I'm a failure! Make this as easy as possible. Queso. Tarmucks sign. Let's see if I guess this. Not bad. Just clean up my edges. Let's see if I can do that again. Big fail. Oh, okay. Let's see. Wait a second. I got this. Somewhere I have my logos and my inks. Logos. 3. A, V. Let's do that. Let's actually bring it up a notch. Just like that. No. That was dumb. So for those of you wanting to write a couple 100-page graphic novel, just know for every page there's a lot that has to happen. Whole lot. Thank you. Whole lot. Whole lot of epic music that has to be listened to. Just an idea, man. Damn it. Can't stress the particulars. Right on, Trig. You just gotta have the ideas. Well, you've got a great idea there with War and Horses, and I really want to get started on that, like, ASAP. Like, well, I mean, unless it's, like, just too much, then, I don't know, we could always do the Flesteata book first, but I think War and Horses might be the next thing after, oh, I forgot to color that. Okay, that's all. After, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Great Nations. Is that not? Aha! Had a selection open. I think all. Oh. How did I do it on this page? So we got bright light for the inner window. Dark inside holding pane. And then super dark for the last molding. Well, I wouldn't call it super dark. Well, I just did. But I probably shouldn't. So it's what am I doing? Nobody knows. Jeez, I know why. That's freaking weird. Because I'm on the wrong layer! So. Inside the window, that's inside the window. Have something for it in time. Enjoying doing something different. I'll have something for it on time. I'm enjoying doing something different. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad, because it's freaking cool as hell. All on the wrong layer. Ah. Aha. Let's just see what's happening if I do some of this. So these are just like grungy overlays. I can show you one. They look like that. It's just a scan of just a grungy like plate, and so I put that over it, and it just adds grit to this gritty grit fest of a comic. Turn that off for now. I just wanted to get a little bit more of a scope. This is starting to look. Again, I just did another texture over my borders. Just gives it a little bit more grit. Because you can never have too much grit. Anyone that's like, dude, you have too much grit, they're just dumb. Seriously, they're just dumb. True story. Okay, so now, a fun little Easter egg, we have Tracy Queen and 2 of her cyborg drones walking by outside. Because Tracy loves Tarmucks, and this is her first time venturing out into the world to go get some Tarmucks on her own. Woo! Turn off all this foreground stuff. Work on these cats out here. And of course, Tracy had to put them in clothing so that they'd be disguised. But the only clothing Tracy had is her own clothing, so they're all dressed ridiculously. You know, it's fun. It's for the kids. What color should his sun hat be? Maybe like a tan? Yellowy straw tan? Yoga pants. Tracy is a master of disguises. No one would ever know that these are her cyborg drones. Those sunglasses, right? I'm going to reference a page of Tracy Queen to make sure that I've got my cyborg colors down. Definitely know what area they're in, and I could fake it, but I always prefer the not wrong. Because being not wrong is something something. So they are a grayish cyan. Okay, let's put some highlights over them. Oh yeah. Adventure Time. Well, not Adventure Time, like the show Adventure. Adventure Time, like this song, is time for adventure. These dudes are swole as hell. Did I use it correctly? I think I did. Like swole brother number 1 and swole brother number 2 going for a walk with their swole sister. Swole AF. Swole Air Force? I don't think that's a thing. Air Force dudes are swole. I just don't think that there's... That's not what I mean. That's really difficult. Oh. I don't have a napkin. Damn it. I fell right into my own trick of not having a napkin. Thanks, Lindsay. Okay. I think that's probably more than enough. Them won't be distracting at all. Unpatriotic. The guy's shirt might be problematic. Oh, I know. Actually, I don't want this to be on my foreground layer. I want to be able to get light sheen between the light and the newspaper. Okay, so for example, this light here. What? Like the way that came out, I'm just gonna grab it. I know, when I work on pack, people just want to see the dogs. Google image search of Air Force swole yields an exercise program for middle-aged women. Huh. Well. It's unexpected.
insolent road, name of the western horde, would you address my queen, oh, being Maria?
Never shall you have Maria's hand. I would die before that day come.
Then with you. This day is yours, Draco. Curse you should you let Maria go.
Peace then, for you had my word. With me she know nothing of me.
Alright, I'm gonna step away for another minute so when I come back, I'll have a fresh perspective on this and either call it done or do whatever last minute, like, I don't want to say last minute, do whatever, you know, finishing touches there might be. Alright, I'm back. Anybody still there? What is that link? Her name card posted a link before. Oh wait, no. That was the link that Lindsay posted. Oh, okay. Yeah, this was to the, Oh, not that. Yeah, this is the costume for the piece that I'm working on now. Anywho. Her name card posted a link to a YouTube video before. That was like a minute ago. What's my time?
I'm recording this because this could be the last thing I'll ever say.
Oh dear. Alright, that's like a whole video. I'm gonna watch that later. Not gonna subject y'all to it. Sure these appear to fit in the same universe, the same setting, the same time of day. So 9, page 10. Again, page 9, I've got this open window. Maybe I'll have just some randos walking by or something. Or like just a blur of a person here. Ah. Single coffee cup. See if I could just yank it from elsewhere. No, but then it won't be. No. Let's see. I'm gonna do that. With this. Here. Giant coffee cup! No, I'm gonna resize it. Just kidding, God. Patience doesn't drink that shit. I should have it falling over. Slammed his hands on the table. We have a splurt of coffee coming out. That'll be hilarious. Alright, maybe hilarious is a little bit of a exaggeration. It'll just be chuckleable. You know, chuckleable, not to be confused with hilarious. Let's see, do I have a good brush for coffee splatter? Sploosh! Alright, so thanks. Wonder what kind of font then. Maybe I'll let Erica do it. She did a really good job lettering in onomatopoeias and Tracy Queen. Like, sploosh when Nicola drops the what's it called? Wash rag that he's using into the bucket. It goes sploosh, and she lettered the word sploosh to look like splash. It was pretty cool. But I'm just gonna check real quick and see. case I have anything that'll do. Erica definitely is the shiz. This statement is accurate. What do you think, gang? Is that working? There'll probably be another onomatopoeia that says like slam or something. Pound, sploosh, I don't know. I can always leave that out and let the letterer try it. I'm sure Erica could do as good, if not better, of a job, and it'll work with everything else she's doing, so I don't know. Okay. Actually, just made me think. This page. Alright, I think I'm done. Everybody who stuck around, thanks for sticking around. It's a relatively quiet chat this evening, but that's okay. And definitely appreciate those of you who were here. And I hope you, were you not entertained? So entertaining. This floating Tarmuck sign is just all over the place. I'm just gonna pretend that different angles change where it lines up with the composition. Anyway, maybe I'll relook into that later. Like I said, I might put people outside the window in the in page 9, so I might readjust that a little anyway.
Would you address my queen, O Maria?
We'll see. Alright guys, well, thanks so much. Everybody have a good night.